Let's see, and I think I am live. Let's make sure that's working.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah, there we go. I think that's working. Okay, it's late night tonight. It is Tuesday night, Troll-A-Rama time. Hello, James Ortiz. Jason Richard Hills. Very distinguished sounding name there. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you. Hey, Nocturnal, how you doing, honey? Have a few laughs about the ghetto 7-Eleven tonight. I had a hell of an experience tonight. It's like it literally is like a 3-ring circus on on YouTube tonight. I got no idea which, I'm clicking back and forth between. Well, thank you, Jason Richard Hills. Yeah. Let's see, put it on here. Lost in Space, what's going on? How are you? Lost in Space. What's going on, Lost in Space? I'm just adjusting the Streamlabs here. Resolution, bit rate, other jive on here. A few adult beverages tonight. My World in OKC. Nice to see you, honey. I really got to get caught up on your stuff. New here and loving your streams. Thank you. A lot of new people. Oh, Katie, you got a package coming. Hope you get it by Saturday. Well, as I'll update tomorrow, I've got I'm gonna be around here a while, so. Got some news on the van. Thank you very much, Spirit's Heart. Thank you, Carrie. Nice to see you, sweetie. Nice to see. Nice to hang with you over at Dave's. It's things are such a mess. It's a time that you got to have heart. That kind of thing. You have to look at somebody's life, and you hope that they reach a turning point in life, and that they can reconnect with family and other people. I'm doing good. Angel and the Rev, nice to see you. Yeah, the damn dealership. I'll be updating that tomorrow. I'm not gonna bring my mood down tonight. I'm feeling good. How you doing, Vicky? Nice to see you, honey. I'm feeling good tonight. It's been a really busy day. I've been out of town for most of the day. Hey, how you doing, Julie Army Mom? How you doing, sweetie? And I got back tonight. I'm clicking in. I'm like, wow, this is going on. That's going on. This is going on. Well, that's why I don't like to see any. I don't like to see anybody suffer. I really don't, and I don't like to. There's a certain amount of humiliation that comes with, going your separate ways after so many years. It's a brutal time, and if I can provide a respite or some hospitality, I'm always willing to do that. Hey, Monique. Although I will caution, yeah, Katie, that's because you're working, Katie. I will caution it. It looks like it's going to be really crowded here at the Rancho. Hello, Dodgy. How are you? I might have to put some more, or I might have to put an RV dump station. I might have to pop an RV dump station into this place. Yeah, it's a very public. It's a very traumatic. I'm sure that the wounds run deep. How you doing, proud African? Good evening to you. Nice to always meet a proud African. Yeah, I'll be there too. There we go. Vicky's bringing in her 40-foot travel trailer. Yeah, I need to put an RV and build another floor on your house. I'm gonna have to put a second. Well, it's not on my house. I'm gonna have to build an addition onto the Shine Shack out there. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Enlarge the Shine Shack. I got to tell you guys a funny experience at 7-Eleven on the way home this evening. Oh, I don't know. It sounds like Dave's going to be there. Elvis, D. gonna be a hell of a crew in there. Vicky, we need a few more. We need a few more lovely ladies to round it out over here. How you doing, Matt and Eric? Nice to see you. I gotta tell you, yeah, bunk beds. I'm gonna have like a hostel over here, huh? And Missy Jenn, I'll wake up one morning. She's packed her bags and gotten the hell out. She's getting the hell out of here. It's like I'm about, that's it. The support staff is checking out. Vicky, don't forget your apron when you come down, okay? Do not forget your apron. Anyway, I'm at the I stop at the 7-Eleven once in a while. One of my vices in life. I'm like probably the last person that drinks Kool-Aid in life, and Slurpees are kind of close to Kool-Aid. I stop at I got the ghetto 7-Eleven on the corner up there, and it's always crowded as hell. There's always a million tweakers in there. There's always somebody wants to break crappy with you in that place. Always somebody that wants to bum a few dollars. It's okay. I mean, if I have a buck, I'll give it to somebody, generally. Unless they tend to be kind of up in my grill and things. But I go inside. Yeah, icy beats Slurpee. Well, that's all they got up there is, Kool-Aid, cherry Kool-Aid, please. A hostile or hostile? I don't know. Love the Midwest accent. Yeah, always Tweak City. It's always Tweak City over here. I go in tonight, and of course the line is about 20 people long. I got a guy in front of me. Obviously, he's, how do I put this politically? He's fucked up standing in line there. And, he's obviously definitely a person that's living on the street. And he wants to order a pizza. Okay, a whole pizza, and I'm standing behind him. I got my little mini Slurpee. How you doing, Amy? I got my little mini Slurpee. And I just happen to be the slob that lands behind this guy in line, and this guy pulls out a bag of what? A bag of pennies. Now, the pizza is $7.63. Do you know how long it takes for a reasonably capacitated, non-inebriated, non-drugged person to count out 763 pennies? Do you know that? While the guy's standing there, pennies are dropping all over the floor. Meanwhile, 20 more people are lined up behind me. There's only one clerk at the store, okay? Another guy, I think he works there. I don't know. He was making deliveries. He was stocking up their sandwiches or whatever. He may be he might be a relative or something. Maybe he did work there. I don't know. A young kind of goofy guy. It's a Pakistani run store, I would imagine. And you could hear the whole line just groan when people were oh my God, people are behind, oh my God, this fucker's paying in pennies and shit, we're gonna be here all night. He dumps the pennies on the counter, and that guy's like, I cannot get your pizza until I have the money. And the guy is really, really pissed off looking when the money's dropped on the counter, right? And it's like one of those holy shit moments. Here comes this bag of, I don't know, probably 1,000 pennies or something like that. And he starts bitching to the guy, you should bring rolled coins in when you're coming to when you're coming to do business in this store. And the guy's just kind of looking at him and drooling. Okay, next time I'll do exercise in manual dexterity. I'll go to the bank and get some penny rolls. The clerk starts counting out. No shit. The clerk starts counting out. Not 2 at a time. Not 5 at a time. The clerk starts counting out. 1, 2, 3. Meanwhile, there's people outside. There's cars starting to back up at the gas aisle and onto the what I call the Avenue of Love here. And, I'm looking out the door. There's people on the gas island, and there's people coming in with cash to buy gas. And now the line's snaking down the aisle next to the hostess cupcakes. It's gone by the beer case. It's coming up the other aisle, and it's moving by the ice case there. And I mean, people are just flipping out. They are flipping out. And the guy that's at the counter, he's cool as he just doesn't even give a shit, right? So he calls this guy over. I don't know whether it was a relative, a really, I don't know, like a Gomer Pal comes over, like the Pakistani equivalent of Gomer Pal, and he tells him take over and count these pennies out. Okay, so he goes open and so the original guy goes open and goes over and he opens up the second register, right? And I go up and I buy, I pay for my Slurpee, thank God. But I thought this would be an interesting thing to watch this evening. The guy gets up to about 124, 125, and all of a sudden he jumps to like 128, 137. And all of a sudden, the original guy just reaches over and just smashes his hand and says something in Farsi or Pakistani or something like, "You idiot, you miscounted," and he makes the kid start all over again on the recounts. And by this time, it's like people are picking a line and they're getting into the line with the other guy. But then, oh my God, one of the gas pumps outside or something, somebody came in bitching that the car doesn't read right, and they can't get the pump to go. So original guy's got to go out to the gas pump. He's got to push through the tweakers. Okay, he's going out to the gas pump. You got somebody with a gallon plastic jug. Like a fucking milk jug, trying to put gasoline in. The guy's like, "Yeah, that's not allowed, man. That's illegal. You got to buy the gas can." So they start going at it. And I peek through the door and looking at it, I go back in. The guy's up to like 67, and the people are just going batshit crazy, standing in that line. You know what I did? What do you think I did? You think I stepped up and counted that money? Do you think I pushed that kid aside and said, "Look, let me handle the money"? Do you think I did that? Do you think that I did that Rosie would step up and count that money? I mean, this is a store full of tweaker. I mean, there's people opening doors. I don't know if they're stuffing old English 800s in their pockets or steel reserves. I mean, it looks like it's starting to break into a free-for-all in the store, and this guy's like 104, 107. No, I didn't pay for his pizza. I walked out the damn door. I didn't want to see it was just something I could not, sometimes you're so in on where the rubber meets the road on human drama and tension. I just couldn't bear the thought while this dope is trying to count out pennies and the guy's fighting with the guy on the gas island that's trying to fill up a 1 gallon milk jug with gasoline. I couldn't take it. And I don't know what happened. Maybe the cops showed up. But I perceived that people were opening up the refrigerator things and just grabbing things. And I just think I saw people walking out the door. I just walked out. Rosie, this is me. This is me. I reached the break and I couldn't take it anymore. I party with pop-up parties on the street. I do all that stuff fearlessly, but I gotta admit to you guys, in a weak moment, they broke me at that moment in the store. My only regret is when I walked up that I didn't take my cell phone with me and video, because this guy was priceless. I mean, the guy got so pissed off that he was missing the count on the pennies. I mean, my God, can you imagine? How long do you think it would take you to count out 760 pennies? It's going to take you a couple minutes to do that. Okay, absolutely insane. And I was lucky. I was lucky, but I think there was many objects in the pockets that were packaged to go. At 7-Eleven. What do they call that in business? They call that breakage, right? When something walks out the door and it's not paid for, and it really sucks. Yeah, the guy's probably still recounting. I don't know. I mean, it's just when you live in a tweaker and in a ghetto hood, you're going to see a lot of people come in with change and paying for stuff and pushing nickels and piles of nickels and quarters. Man, it is like if you were going to do a candid camera, that's exactly what the scene you would do. You would have the person step up at the counter, the bill's like $17 for all the shit, and the person pulls out a bag of 2,000 pennies, and the other clerk that's working just puts up the close sign on. And the people just start piling into that line, and they're like 842, 843, 843. My God, I don't know. It's is the pizza that good? That's a hell of a good question. I don't know. I mean, they do some. They had a promotion for a while. They had $4.99 on a large pizza. So I don't know. It was like $7.60. Of course, the guy had to get his scratch off lottery ticket too. Just shut down the 7-Eleven. Wear a flower in your hair with a hidden GoPro. Lost in space, you just never know when those moments. Hey, Susie, how you doing, sweetheart? You just never know when those moments are going to arrive. When it's what I always say, and it's usually my first rule that I always have some kind of recording device with me. And it's usually, conveniently, it's usually my cell phone. But since it's a very short walk up to the corner, sometimes I don't, well, what's the point? I don't need to take my cell phone up with me. They tell me, I mean, the Slurpee's good. They have the blueberry, which is rocking. I just get the little small one. I think it's like $1.69 or something like that. And it's tasty. And it's good. Yeah, you could have gone to Little Caesars. Now, some fast food places will turn you away if they think that you're paying in a way that impedes business. They can actually request that you roll pennies and have them in a roll to purchase food items. I don't know if you know that. They can do that. But this 7-Eleven, probably about 25 to 30% of the business is slid across the counter in coins. They don't ever have to do a $100 bill money drop. You know, you'll go to 7-Eleven and goes, oh, it's 100. Hold on a minute. I got to go back to the safe. I got to push the thing. It lets the little door open. You push the 100 in. Okay. Like that never happens up at that store. Walking to 7-Eleven buying, or cigarettes. I remember 50 cents a pack. How you doing, Winky? You take it easy, honey, okay? You take it easy. You go to sleep to the mellow tones of Rosie O'Kelly. Okay? Hello, Dawn. How are you? We're going to go a couple hours, and I'm feeling good. You know, I'm feeling good tonight. I love those kind of scenes, though. They are real ghetto Americana. And of course, the recycle. I always have a lot of fun over the years anyway, walking past there. Because that's where the recycle dick has all the cans that come in, and he's got the big tractor. They've got the big trailer. He opens the doors, and they collect all the cans. Is the topic D-dubs tonight? I don't know, Marshall. Do you want it to be D-dubs tonight? Do you want it to be? I mean, it was a 3-ring circus. I mean, Dave had 83 people over there tonight, like wowzers. Okay. On that, Well, you wouldn't have beat his record, and you wouldn't have beat my record from talking about the streaming house in Florida. I had 365 on that stream. But don't worry, Marshall, tomorrow is another day to stir up some more simulated drama and get, I'm marrying a Mexican girl. Let me get my popcorn, man. They took my seat. I got a front row seat to that. Dave had breaking news over there on stickers and back tonight, so he was packing it in. And I don't even understand what the hell he was talking about, to be quite honest with you. To be totally honest, it was kind of over my head. Evidently, his phone and Gmail were hacked into for YouTube or something like that, and he was able to trace the location of the IP. I don't know. I don't understand all that. I don't understand all that jive over there. For me, oh, I would add 370. Yeah, I don't know, Marshall. I don't know. I mean, it's like it's like YouTube, man. It's not like we won the World Series. Just remember, man, we're playing checkers in the neighborhood, okay? I mean, shit happens. Sometimes you get humped by somebody else in the chat. Sometimes there's a bigger breaking news than what's going on in Los Algodones. But I will say, hey, Holly, how you doing, beautiful? I will say, Marshall, I'm glad that the AC got fixed. That guy, you're lucky you ran into a guy that was willing to do the things that he was willing to do and had the skill set to put that fill valve on and some other things. So hopefully, hopefully you'll be able to save the money on a hotel and all that. And I will tell, I don't know who it is. I popped into your chat for a couple minutes. They're doxing me all over the place. Look, I already know what my name is, okay? I put my own address out, 759 Dutton Avenue, Santa Rosa, 95407. The artist formerly known as Stephen Hoff. Yes, it's all out there, okay? No matter how many times you want to blast it out there, it's out there, okay? But somebody, I don't know who it was, Cyborg was putting in there that I paid for your hotel. Shame on you, Cyborg. You don't have any such factual information at all. And that's how things get misconstrued in life when you put out information that's just patently false like that, okay? When he originally went down there, and before Norm stood up and dropped some additional funds, yes, if the situation had been perilous, I definitely would have stepped up and contributed something for a hotel room, but I did not, in fact, have to. Tired of trolls. Some trolls I can't see. If you want a wrench, I'll give you one. That's Marshall. It's okay. I mean, I don't tell people how to run their chats. You're running your own show. You are the show. You're in Los Algodones, and it's a very topical thing right now. People want to see how you make out down there. I want to see, as they say in China, need a yatsa zohala. I want to see your teeth done. That's what I'm interested in. So for now, I'm willing to take a back seat, concede the whole arena to the king. It's fine. Because I've got a bigger idea. Look, it's fine. I'm not complaining what you're doing. I mean, everybody knows where I live, all that kind of stuff, okay? I'm not complaining. You do what you want to do over there. My needle just doesn't get moved anymore by that kind of stuff, okay? It's a fact of being on YouTube. But don't forget the prime directive in how you doing, Benny? Don't forget the prime directive in my mind is to make sure, in the interest of preventing heart disease, dementia, possible Alzheimer's, that you get blood poisoning that you get your teeth tended to. That's all I care about. Let's see. On the Vinny, how you doing? You're looking great. You're looking very great. It's actually probably better if you don't, if you don't mod people up, because I never honestly, I never like to have a wrench in chats. That's why tonight I have a Troll-A-Rama. No wrenches will be here. If they are here, they will not be doing anything. We need to put a camera in Lisa Marie when I get there. Trolls are going to come by to try to vandalize. There are security measures that are in place here. And I really don't believe, at the end of the day, I really think you have a higher potential for being vandalized on the road than I think you do here on the Rancho. I honestly believe, in my heart of hearts and in my brain, there's not one person out there in the YouTube community that would violate somebody's private property. We're not talking about throwing a stake up on the porch like JT did to Bergs. We're talking about, coming in and doing damage. This is not what YouTube does, okay? I remain very confident. There is a battery of cameras set up here now. There's a variety of gates and fences and things like that, but I don't worry about things like that. I don't do things that warrant having people threaten to come and vandalize the Rancho, and I like my life like that. You might not like some of the things I do and some of the things that I support, but I don't go out in the community and go on people's chats and stir shit and be a name caller. I don't dox people. I don't shit talk on people's side chats. I maintain a positive presence. And even though you may not agree with the message, at least people were able to say, well, this person's behavior is generally pretty good on YouTube. And I try to be an uplifting person. How you doing, Mark Dodge? And not a downbeat person. I know, look, and I'm just going to put it out there, Marshall. Hi, Cindy. How you doing, sweetheart? Thank you for the tip on the Trader Joe's bars. I saw that tonight. Now, Marshall, straight up, you're a friend of mine, and I'm just going to tell you, if you insist on running a chat where the topic is going to be speculation about what somebody does with funds that are raised on behalf of a charitable organization, which we can never really know the answer to, but as in most things in life, we have to go by the integrity of the person that's doing it. Does Tucker have a track record of scam? No, none that I can see. In fact, I see somebody that generally tries to be, although I don't agree with the tenor of chats and the battering of the recent weeks. He's a person that I think does positive things. You may claim he took half that money and more, but I would say this. I would never in a million years go on a chat and make a statement like that without factual proof. And even with factual proof, I probably wouldn't go public with it on YouTube. I would probably confront the person directly and, take it up with maybe authorities or something like that. Okay. Well, I have a difference of opinion about that. I have a difference of opinion of that. Okay? And my mind says that Tucker is a person of integrity. And to my mind, I specifically remember Tucker showing receipts out of PayPal for that. What more can I say? What more can I do? And the other question is, well, we got to be clear, Marshall, about there's two points here. We've got the St. Jude's stuff, and yes, you were used as a tool to solicit donations, okay? And, truth be told, charities get a free pass from me on what tools they use. I'm just being honest. His fans are not going to give you money. We'll get to that in a minute. But I'm just going to bottom line it. I think every penny that he raised went for St. Jude's. Okay. Now, recent things, I'm not going to comment on the recent fundraising. I'm sure he gives out, as I do, a lot of funds into the community. And I think it's probably a smart decision to say, you know what, everything goes into the Tim Hortons fund now, and then there's no more question about it. If you want to give the donation, then you give the donation. I'm not really equipped to take money in right now, to tell you the truth, Marshall. I'm on the non-monetized channel here, and I'm not pleading for money at this time. My feeling about money is, and pardon me if I'm just zeroing in him on the side chat. My thing is, if I'm sitting here in my home versus being out on the road, showing you guys Yuma, showing you guys Los Algodondes, and doing cinematic video content, in my mind, or baking something, or making something, or doing vintage audio, that's providing content. I don't have the expectation, if I do a state of the Rancho address, that people were going to donate anything to me or tip me anything. That's not my expectation. Okay, but I have noticed when I go out and I do content and I do street streams and I do other projects and things, the support comes out of the woodwork for me. Okay, and that's the bottom line. You can worry about numbers, how many people are watching a stream, but I can tell you, as far as monetary tributes and tips for this channel, they probably outpace yours on the order of about 10 to 1. Okay? Why? Because it's a channel that's built in a positive direction of respect for people, always giving people the benefit of the doubt until being proven utterly to the contrary, with proof. I think everybody deserves to be treated with that respect. That's why it kind of rankles me on that. Now, you say, I want to see Tucker's fans give you over 20K. I would feel guilty getting 20K myself. Given a choice, and a year and a half ago, every Friday night, I did a baking for Alzheimer's. I did a baking for MS. I did a baking for disabled American vets. I did baking for Wounded Warrior Projects, the Heart Association, the American Cancer Society, for about 10 or 15 weeks. Every time I did a stream, I put a link in. I never took the money directly, nor would I ever would, but I put a link in where people made charitable gifts through that link, because I asked them to do that. Okay? Given a choice, I'd never come before the people and say, donate to me before you would donate to St. Jude's. I couldn't go to sleep at night with the images of those, and I'm 20 plus years in the medical field. Those images in my mind of children that suffer with, in many cases, terminal cancer. Okay, just the way I feel about that. Okay, yeah, I did. When we had the shenanigans about the Dave's altered donation, or Becca, whoever it was, I stepped forward and put $1,000 myself into breastcancer.org. Do I regret doing that? Not a bit. Not a bit. Although I wish I could get off of the chairwoman's personal stationery letters. I mean, that must have shocked the shit out of her. Who the hell is this? You know, next time you're in Philadelphia, I want to buy you lunch. I want to buy you lunch. Well, I'm nothing. I mean, I do stupid shit on here, Wolfman, you know. But I'm a person that feels like I see both sides of YouTube as relates to Marshall. I see a lot of both sides of what goes on streams and things like that. And because of growing up and being bullied and fighting all the time every day and being suspended and and then being reinstated, never missed a day of school, had to fight like hell, but I just naturally don't like it when I perceive bullying on either party, to be honest with you. I'm sorry I missed the side chat. There's nothing beautiful about me, Vicky. I'm a lot of people tell you I'm a POS on YouTube, but when it comes to standing up for the right organizations, I know that people wouldn't. I'd be out of my mind to have the expectation of 20K. Okay, there's no content that comes out of the void that's worth 20K, but it is a nice thing when you go on the street and you stream or you go places or you take the time to put cinematic videos, the Pabst Mansion in Milwaukee or cinematic Niagara Falls. They take a lot of time to do those things. They're the kind of people aren't dumb. People aren't slot machines. They're not random payoff devices. You'll get out of it what you put into it. And I know you defy me to those people to challenge me, but I would be embarrassed if they put that money in. Susie. Oh, you've been around. Hey, Four Scores, how you doing? Yeah, real content, and then I don't feel guilty. This is the disconnect with people that are starting out, that want to jump that first 1,000 subs, and they want to circumvent the process. They don't want to put the time in to create the content. It truly becomes a money grab, and that's very distasteful. That leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But you put the content out and you let people judge for themselves how much they enjoy the content. And everybody knows that 95% of the people are never going to tip or donate, but so what? This is YouTube. There's no requirement to tithe people on YouTube or to pay for their upkeep and maintenance, okay? Shannon says, I enjoyed your wisdom you shared with Dave tonight. Yeah, and I'm going to get that. Oh no, Monique is sleepy at work. Monique, don't kick a plug out accidentally on us. Hey Sean, how are you? Yeah, YouTube is free. And then if you want to go beyond the entertainment, that is totally your choice to do that. And a lot of people do it for me. A lot of people. Okay. And I'm very grateful. I see like Monique out here has been such a consistent, enjoying the channels, now enjoying the content that Dee brings. Ask yourself instead, what would it take in my life, Marshall, to have somebody like a Monique ever give me a tip? I think when you can answer that question, then you'll really understand more of maybe what it is to align yourself with the audience. How are you, Dee? Nice to see you, honey. Dee just moved into that condo. She's like, I just moved in and a hurricane's on the way. I'm not laughing, Dee. Just be safe down there, honey. Skydive without a parachute. My God, Sean. Sean wants to put me on, like, fly me to New Zealand for a bungee jump off the 3/4 mile high bridge. Okay. You know, you want to talk about wigs a popping. Hey, can you pick up that wig down on the rock down there? One of the reasons somebody asked me, why don't you ever do Patreon? And I do support Patreons. There's two people. I will probably add D to my Patreon support list. Okay? Because I want to support D as a content creator and a person that I believe gets better every week with the content that he provides. And now having the van, I'll pay if he sits on a whole watermelon. I don't know, Vinny. Lost my damn train of thought. Oh yeah, the Patreon. But I don't want to do it myself because I don't ever want to produce content that's not for everybody to see on YouTube. It's not disparaging. Like I say, I participate in the Patreons that I do because I like the people that run the Patreon. But for me, I could not put content out that not everybody would see. There's no words of wisdom or entertainment that I could give you short of ripping my top off and doing a shaky on a Patreon that to me would be different than my everyday what I do here on YouTube. Yeah, Sean says you should get monetized again. I've faced a real dilemma with that, Sean. You know, to achieve monetization means gutting out a lot of material, and I've taken a lot of material out of the channel. But I go down and I look at the history over 7.5 years, and there's things that I've done that are hallmarks on my channel, and I'm not prepared, at least at this moment, to wrench some of them out and put them on the dustbins of history. This is my life. There's no trans woman in the history of the world that's put more of her life on YouTube to the tune of over 10,000 videos, chronicling daily life for 7.5 years. That's a lot. Yeah, I did. We'll get to that, Mark. There's a lot to think about. There's a lot to weigh off. There's a lot of history there. Yeah, I have four 4 terabyte discs filled with videos, 16 terabytes of material here. Yeah, YouTube doesn't take the time to see the totality of things. It's all an algorithm run world. Yeah, I first came here, I didn't know that you couldn't be topless. My first YouTube video was legendary, man. I just ripped it off right there, and then overnight I had like 600, what did I have, like 680 subscribers in one night or something like that, and then the next day I had a strike. How do I know, man? Terms and conditions, what the hell is that, you know? I didn't know, Monique. I don't know. Oh, live streaming made YouTube. I don't know if the live streaming, the Hangouts, although they're great fun and I enjoy them very much. Yeah, I thought it was AFF, Adult Friend Finder, right? I thought it was the equivalent. As I said today, Mel, that I think they become a gathering. They became a polarizing point for people to, one side would call it e-begging, the other side would call it making money or making a living, making money on YouTube. that only came about because of Hangouts allowed the polarization of people to happen on that topic. And I think YouTube allowed Hangouts to go too far to a point where, um, their focus wants to be on content that people are going to watch over and over and over again. And as I've said before, drama has a very short shelf life. It's fun to be in, it's fun to talk about it, but it doesn't really jibe with YouTube's condition. Yeah, you should take your shirt off, Monique. TOS, we don't need, video. Who knew? Who knew? Fans only account. Oh, thank you very much, Rainy Nights. I appreciate that. But I never, before I get into Dave, I just want to wrap up with, that's why I think people have this idea of chase the money first and foremost. Oh, I can get to 1,000 subs and then I can get monetized. And then it's like, oh man, why don't the super chats come in? Or why aren't people supporting me? Man, because you got to go out and make content. You got to do things that are going to interest people. Okay? Your life will interest people. I don't care what it is. As long as you do it on a regular basis, there will people watch you doing underwater basket weaving and, everything under the sun. You never know out there. Dr. Fish is an e-bagger. People pay him to smoke crack. I don't know. That seems pretty heavy duty. I mean, holy shit. I've supported Fish. He's been nothing but nice to me. Rosie's buffering for me. Am I buffering? Here he smokes crack. What proof do we have about that? Huh? Julie's creators get their feelings hurt when they're not getting financial support. I think that would be an interesting topic. That's right. Your natural response would be to up your game and to put more investment into quality of what you bring and what you capture. You put the time in. There's no free lunch. I don't think they're buffering. Just refresh. Hey, LaDonna, how are you? How are you, sweetie? Let me see. I missed this. I wanted to see what Julie said. My gosh, these hangouts where people beat up the same. Why is someone you don't know so important? I don't think it's a person so much. I think it's the things that that people perceive they do. My problem is like baseball when you juice the ball a little bit. You'll take something that's done and one person tells another person, they'll pass it on to another person. And by the time it's reached the last person, it's built up to oftentimes misinformation and packaged for maximum impact of hate. And I think that's really sad. Rosie really likes Sammy Jacks. Yes, I do. Sammy's cute. I hang out. You, Rosie, he buys crack and Philly off my friend. I don't know, beers on ice. I'm not really going to get involved in that. I'm not, good night, Susie. I'm not qualified to speak on that. The only thing I can say is every time I've gone into Dr. Fish's hangouts, he's always been very nice to me. And I've been following Mare since the Eagles won the Super Bowl. That's a long time. So Sammy was flirting with you the other night. Yeah, she's a cutie pie. We flirt a lot around here. I will or want to watch. Okay, got to give it to you. I will or want to watch this one again. Okay, good. Good. That's the ultimate compliment if you want to rewatch something. I'm going to grab a beer and we can continue talking this topic in some of my areas. This is one of the big bones of contention, and I will say again that Elvis is a friend of mine, but a big bone of contention And I think it kind of sticks in like a bone in the throat now to think of all that money that passed over Tucker's desk there. And maybe you're kind of imagining it could have been me. Okay? And maybe you see that awesome power of being a fundraiser when the cause is good. I had no problems when I was dumb enough to run a lot of GoFundMes and stuff. I'd reach out to people before the GoFundMe even launched. I'd have all the money lined up just like the telethon, so everything was just like fell into place. You never want to do a fundraiser unless you know 100% guaranteed that you're going to hit your goal. So you do the work beforehand. You contact people. And you do it. Okay? And I was amazed on YouTube in a much smaller community. I mean, we'd have 50, 60 people in a hangout. I was amazed at the generosity of people. And it scared me, to be honest. And it made me feel crappy that so many of these GoFundMes just blew up into utter bullshit. That power scared me. And after 2017, I never did another one again. And that pushes me to, thank you, Voodoo. That pushes, hey, Eclectic, how you doing, sweetie pie? That pushes me to the point now, like I've got one of my moderators that, was seriously injured, okay, to the point that she had to have an operation and she's staring at a 3-month recovery period here. And I've been talking to my other mods in here and we're like, oh, what could we do? And we don't want to ask for anything for her. So you know what? We don't. We just end up reaching into our own pockets and stuff. And if people want to contact me at icanmakeitlikenew@gmail.com, and if you want to contribute directly through an Amazon wish list of all medical supplies, then you feel free to do so. It ain't toys, it ain't trinkets, it's not baseball memorabilia, it's medical supplies, okay? If you want to do that. All right, but as far as ever doing spearheading a GoFundMe, well, if the situation is dire enough, then yeah, so. Days Vine, he has 5'11". I don't know, Marshall. I'm not. I mean, why can't you accept the fact that Dave had a hot topic? Breaking news on stickers and Becca. I don't know. It's not so unusual. Dave doesn't go live that often. Maybe once a week. Yeah, nice to see you, Celeste. He just doesn't go live that often. Go look at his chat. No one is. I don't know. I'm running my own chat. I don't know. I think, Marshall, at the end of the day, we're just wired differently about we're wired differently about YouTube stuff. He does not have 500. Oh no, he had earlier. He had over 380 people in his chat. I never said he had 500. So did Elvis not? Let me get my beer and we'll tear it. How am I building him up, Marshall? What did I do? I simply made a statement. Just like every time you conclude a hangout, you come in here and you tell me, Rosie, I had 288 or I got 288 coming your way. That's cool, Marshall. You're the king. Okay. What can I do but just bow down and say it's great? You're the flavor of the month in Yuma and Algodondes. But just recognize sometimes when somebody else goes live once a week and they put it in their title, breaking news on stickers in Becca, that people are going to go over there and check it out. Yeah, that was an hour ago, Marshall. I've been out of his chat. How long have I been live? I don't even know. I've been live almost an hour. Almost an hour. People went in and heard what he had to say, and I can't tell you who's lingering or not. But there's no way that I'm building. I didn't say when I left there were 385 people in there, okay? I'm not building them up by just stating a simple fact of what I saw when I was in there. Okay, I never said 511. I never said 511 people. Okay, tell me how now. How he has. I don't know. Tell me he has. I don't know. I have no idea. Um, yeah, no, it's 511 concurrent. If you pay Dr. Fish again, I'm getting your channel shut down. You don't pay people. Jason Richard Hills, you got no chance of taking my channel down. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. You got no right to come on here and make an accusation with zero proof because somebody allegedly buys something from a friend. Okay, so do your best, partner. My channel's been taken down 7 times, 5 times, and reinstated every single time. Okay? My channel is compliant with all YouTube terms and conditions at the current time and has been for the better part of well over a year. Okay? I'm going to go get a beer. Hey, Smooth. How you got 22,000 subs and you got, I mean, I don't know, Marshall. I'm on here at 11:42, which is 3:42, 2:42 on the East Coast, where over 40% of the traffic on YouTube is. Okay, who cares? I had 365 people when I was doing my hangout from Point Reyes Station talking about the streaming house. It depends what the topic is. Oh yeah. Ooh. All right. I had to raid the Shine Shack for a beer out there. I didn't have any in here. All right. Let's see. So where did I leave off? I'm not sure what he was commenting on. Yeah, what typically happens if I do a hangout and I have a topic to discuss, once I've hit the main point of the topic, the audience tends to tail off very quickly because focus. This thing is such a dick. Is that better? Okay, there we go. Because I get into the other crap. Tired of you running your mouth. Who is that for? Colleen slaughtered you tonight. YouTube spikes and then drop. Yeah, I don't know. Look at the work. I'm Stefan. I'm a master on computers. Trust me, you will never see. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Okay. Well, have a good night. Bye. Let's see. Tell me what to do with Dr. Fish. That's what I'm trying to say. It was pretty. Yeah. It was. It built up as I was in there. It built up. Okay. I got to focus this camera. It's like shit here. Hold on a minute. I got the most expensive Logitech of all, and it's a POS. Plus, I'm dealing with the shitty news on the van. Let's remove the autofocus here. Bear with me a second, guys. The fuck is with this thing? Here we go. Let's see. Let me get this focus. There we go. Yay! Kind of I don't have a lot of makeup on. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. All right, let's see here. Okay, there we go. No way you can say he has 5'11". I didn't say he had 5'11 watching. I never said he had 5'11 watching. When I was over there, Dave had 365 people on when I left, okay? Now, how did Dave have 365 people watching? Well, the simple reason is, number one, Dave doesn't go live on the daily. So it was a breaking news topic about how his Gmail and phone had been supposedly hacked by Stickers and Becca. Okay, I'm no expert on hacking and all that kind of. Good night, Matt and Eric. Yeah, I just don't know what his HX says. He is 534 now. I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, okay, Marshall. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, somebody bought the, 4,000, viewers at the streaming house. I mean, what do we say about that? What do we say about that? I mean, I don't know. I just think you get too upset about things that are trivial in the context of life. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, the longer people stay on the video, the more YouTube. I'm not building. When have I ever built Tucker up? When did I ever build Tucker up? When did I ever build Dave up? One time I mentioned tonight, because you come in here and you lead with, I had 307 people on my chat. I never come into anybody else's chat in the history of my time on YouTube and ever talked about how many people I had on the chat. I might say, thanks for last night. We had a couple hundred people on the baking. It was really nice. We had over 200 people, really surprising, late at night. But I don't lead with that. I've never done anything to build Tucker up, because Tucker doesn't need anything to build him up. He's built his own thing that he has going over there, his own chat. I've never done anything to Dave. I simply stated a simple fact tonight. When you threw the numbers at me, I told you what I saw at the time that I left Dave. Was that building him up? You guys decide. And his fans won't give you money. I don't know. Is this thing on? Press 69 if you can hear me on the side chat. Press 69. His fans won't give you money. Wow. I mean, I don't know what to say. I better. Yeah, I'm not asking Tucker to bring me, but Tucker's come in on occasion and he's supported my streams when I'm streaming and doing street streams and things like that. Vinny G will probably never give you a dime, but Vinny G has been a continuous supporter as I try to be on his streams of support, and we just bounce the same money back and forth. Yeah, it's just YouTube. It's just YouTube. I mean, I think that you're stung by the fact that Dave routed you on numbers tonight. I don't know. Hey, Kim, how you doing, beautiful? Nice to see you. Tucker's a boy channel. He just went through heart replacement, I think, and his supporter. Yeah, they're very touchy. They're very protective. Drama community's done giving. I don't know. I cannot speculate on that. How you doing, Hannah? I just know. How you doing, the beautiful Barbie Payne in the chat? I do know this, Marshall, though. And this is kind of this is what we call in mathematics an inverse relationship. that means the harder you push on this thing, the less you get out this side. Okay, it's an inverse relationship. Okay, I do know from my experience on YouTube, because I haven't done it myself, is the more you push money to the forefront, the more it becomes an inverse relationship, that you'll actually get less out of it than more. Hey, Kelly, a lot of people that sit here, a lot of people that sit out here and watch the chat, they're more inclined to give something, a tip or something like that, if they don't feel like they're being harangued into it. Yeah, my links roll on the side chat and stuff. But I don't demand that people pay taxes. I just say, if you want the text to speech, you want to be part of the stream. People really enjoy doing that, shooting a message in. Maybe it's a message that embarrasses me in public. Maybe it's a message that's funny. But I have noticed that if you push hard, then it's, you're likely to turn off instead of stimulate. Your drama community doesn't and will never give like the RV community. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm at a loss to say. His channel is called is it Nomadic Dave? One of them is I think it's called, one of them's Dave the Fisherman. The other one is Nomadic Dave or something like that. I can't remember what the hell it is. No problem. This is a Troll-A-Rama tonight, so we're not timing people out. Except for one guy, I'm not going to be threatened because I donate to somebody else and somebody threatens to do this because I donate. It's not your business. Let's see. What's the other one called? It's called something Dave. It's called Captain Dave. That's the other channel. Captain Dave. Captain Dave. So LCD is done and Tucker's drawing community money is dried up. Well, here's the deal on Dave, and this is a good segue. Thank you, Marshall. Despite all the mockery, fuckery, debauchery that occurred, all the fuckery that Dave did, all the messing with you, all that kind of things, I still think at the heart of it all, after all of that, I can look at somebody that had a 20 plus year marriage and has the sad duty of reporting that his wife has gone off with a guy that he invited into his home and has taken her back to his country. Out of that mess, you got to build a life again. I didn't disparage Stickers. I didn't disparage Becca. I've met both of them in person. I'm disheartened by what Stickers did. Very disheartened. I'm disappointed in Becca for what she did, but I can't let that cloud me. That was the decisions that they made, okay? But I can now look at Dave, and I can recommend, like, now, Dave, in my opinion, it might be time to take this raw bundle of emotions and sadness and happiness that you're dealing with, and maybe make this a point to maybe make good with your family. Make something good out of this. Make this a point where you can turn to your family, tell them, make amends for the past, for the past, whatever separated you guys. I don't think you'll ever regret taking that first step of trying to get back in that family. Maybe that's at the heart of what drives the operation. I don't know. But I do know that you need something to replace that, that support, that feeling of surety that you had going into the future. Well, Sugar and Roll, the one thing I do know is that Becca and Stickers are gone. They're in the UK now. Okay. Well, same thing with Kat. I would wish her the same thing too. I was surprised when she turned on Dave, but it's between Kat and Dave. It's not my opinion. Carmen will destroy all you trolls, just like LCD and Glam Life. I'd like to sit here and watch that and rattle my cage. Yeah, well, that's what this is. You got to be kind of tough to come into a Troll-A-Rama. We ask people to sit the wrenches down, and we kind of let the chat flow here. Hey, Sean. That means that the trolls get equal billing. The so-called trolls are on an equal footing with everybody else in here. And in that way, Marshall, it makes it more like your chat, which is 95% trolls in the side chat. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Okay, I don't run my chats like that. Okay, this is a night that people can come in and express. I already had one person come in that was very hateful that I've made donations to Dr. Fish and his channel. Yeah, you don't ask for money. You just put it out there and you just say, if you want to tip, that's great. If not, you're just as welcome as the person that cannot or will not tip. There's a lot of people out here that are on limited means, and I try to remember that in my mind. Trolls don't give you money. You feed them all. I'm not feeding them, Marshall. Okay, Elvis offered to help you. What's up, Chris? Hey, hello. Hey, fast boy Craig. Hello. I only troll Marshall because I have a crush on him. It's an open chat here. Thank you very much. So as far as the Dave situation, I gave him the same invitation. You're always welcome to come out to the Rancho. When I met you, you were very welcoming. Becca was very welcoming to me. We went down to your hotel in Roner Park to the presidential suite. I met Becca. I met Dave. Almost got my sack torn off by Sophia, the dog. I survived it. Okay. When I went in there, I met them. And they treated me the first night and Jen the next night. Me, Sean, and Jen the next night like royalty. We were treated well. Okay. Then I met Dave again in Las Vegas. He opened his home. Come on over, use the pool. Fed me. Offered drinks. Had a good time. Got to ride in Aston Martin. Never in my life will I be able to afford that. They're not the kind of things that you forget on a personal level. And I think it's a tough time of year. Tough time, Dave. The holidays will be coming up. That's going to be a very difficult time. The holiday time to go through. So, I made that offer. If you ever do want to come out, the gate will be open. You're certainly welcome to come visit. Let's see. Hey, JK No Cow, how are you? Well, I'm very honored. I got Nomadic Ninja on the chat tonight. Nice to see you tonight. Oh, I've had a few drinks tonight. Missy Jenn is fine, Shannon. She's dealing with a lot of back and forth with notaries right now with the final things of her mother's estate in Germany. It's very difficult it's been very difficult for her to negotiate the German probation. What do they call that one? The German probate system. It's been very difficult for her. Love to see people donating to the Bahamas. I think I'd like to see people donating to the Red Cross and definitely the Bahamas. The Bahamas, she'll be on. I'll probably try to have her on tomorrow. The Bahamas has been absolutely leveled. Okay, and I mean I don't know what the cruise ships are going to do. Sean the Brit, I guess they'll have to lay in alternate. It'll be a heavier strain on some of the other ports of call because the Bahamas was huge. The whole cruise ship industry was built on that. They got some bad weather there. Yeah, I'm not thin-skinned about things, Marshall. I can't always talk about numbers and stuff like that. And if I'm having fun doing something, that makes me feel good. Okay, love you too, JK. Take care. I mean, what would really shock people, Marshall, if you had a hangout one night where you raised money for the Red Cross. That would really, for storm relief for the Bahamas, that would blow people away. That would be a pretty cool thing to do. That would really shock people. We have taken supplies to be sent to the Bahamas. Oh, good for you, D. I figured you'd do something like that, honey. Yeah, triggered the trolls with positive. uh, no, Fancy would never do that. Well, I think that would really be a turn of the worm right there. Would you consider yourself to be an alcoholic? I consider myself to be a heavy binge drinker. When I drink very heavily. But I can put it aside for weeks. I think in the whole course of my 44-day journey, 10,443 miles, I think I had probably four beers that whole trip. Sesame says, I did put links to Red Cross, yes, for the hunt. So important to me right now, my heart. Yeah, good for you, Sesame, son. Good for you. Good for you. Wooders blanket personal, buy things yourself. And, well, just put it up with a direct link on there. But I wouldn't believe a word. But as far as Tucker's concerned, Tucker's pretty much gold with me, and that's not building up his channel. Tucker does his thing. Tucker's chatters are a different group. We all have our own. Mallory Williams has her group of lovers. Elvis has his people that always punch the clock. We have Tucker has his group, and I think I bring a cross section of wide people from a lot of different chats in here. Oh, your power's flickering. Yeah, YouTube is huge. Yeah, the Bahamas is what really makes it bad, Miss Kitty, is because the Bahamas really depended on the cruise ship trade, and I'm afraid all those cruise ship ports, things have been wrecked. A lot of the markets. The straw market in Nassau and a lot of those things have been wrecked down there. Tucker isn't just a YouTube streamer to you. You met him in real life. I never met him in real life. For me, I never did. I would have liked to have met him, but I guess he used to live in Toronto and then he moved to British Columbia. So. I would have. Good night, Sean. I would have definitely gone over. I had children, but they're all grown, well-grown adults now. I'm not sure. I guess he went to face the reality of some nights you just can't be the whole show. So yeah, Freeport, they depended on the ships. I really think, D, that whole economy kind of depended on the ships. I really do. I really do. Well, that's what I'm saying. Vinny, it's see, why can Vinny, when I'm on a stream, why can Vinny donate to me, tip me, but he can't tip Marshall? Now, there's your homework assignment. Everybody go home and write a 1,000-word essay on that topic, okay? And they will be due at 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. There's a real question. Elvis, Marshall, when you can answer that question, then you will have solved your monetary woes, okay? Okay? And I do a lot to support, you know, and to try to get you on a good path, and I will continue to do so. But it comes at some cost too. Well, there's your homework assignment. Good night, Barbie. Nice to see you, honey. Yeah, his name is Marshall. That's how I know him as Marshall. I rarely call him Elvis, so. But he will look at a chat like mine, and he will come in and for the purposes of driving the chat to the topic of him. But these people there's nothing new here on my chat. It's all the people that already know about it. I was nice to him and he wasn't nice to me. What's your opinion on Melton? He made comments like your time has come. You think he would have the courage to even leave his home and to do something? Melton is like an enigma to me. I mean, he doesn't even seem to be able to differentiate Brandon from somebody that makes a legitimate comment like me and a troll account of me that comes up and puts something on the channel that's very out of character with what I would say. Now, working off that base of lower form of intelligence that you don't even take the time to vet the comment, all bets are off beyond that point. Okay? This is clearly a person that has chosen to build a channel on what I call, what would I call it? I'm going to term a coin here, ricochet hate. Okay? It means he's going to fire off something and he's going to hope that it hits 10 different people, whether it's Abby Lulu, who I don't even know, whether it's Anderson Henderson. It's ricochet hate. It's going to move around in a lot of different directions. Okay? I've never said anything disparaging. I've tried to give the guy advice, but if I don't feel like engaging in a long comment back and forth, this is not 2008. Okay? When I'm done responding, all I'm going to respond, I say thank you, good luck to you. Okay? Okay? It takes two people to continue to converse, and I don't choose to continue to converse anymore. Okay? So I don't worry about Melton, because I think Melton is a channel builder first and foremost, and he exaggerates his own situation in Portland to the point that it almost becomes psychosis sort of thing. Okay, do I think he's like that in real life when the camera's off? Hell no. Hell no. But I think he sits up there and thinks about it. It's like an Elvis in training. What can I do to stir up the people tonight? All right, that's what I think about that. Do I wish him well? Yes, I do. Okay, but I'm not going to engage in the nonsense and the dramatics and the theatrics of hitting myself in the head with a belt and all the kind of things. G Mangos went on his chat a week ago and he's announcing beforehand, guys, I got to tell you. And I like G, and I like to listen. I don't often go over to his chat, but I'll usually listen. He's like, guys, I've got to roll this thing. You're not going to believe what I saw. That's the stuff that Melton lives for. Okay? At least Anderson Henderson comes right out straight at you and tells you, hey, I'm building a channel. And I'm going to put your name in the title every single day. Well, it certainly is hitting pay dirt for Anderson Henderson. Yeah, throw out ammo until something sticks and reacts. Yeah, that's it, Friction. Well, I'm not particularly, Celeste, there's nothing in it for me. There's no value in that. I value relationships that are real, that you can actually converse with somebody without thinking about setting off this fake nuclear explosion of emotions and stuff. Oh, well, thank you, Dee. I'm very flattered about that. Yeah, Monchichi, I kind of agree, but he's very straightforward. He just tells you, I'm just doing this to bug Melton. I didn't like Melton until the past few. He's been on Mallory's panel. Yeah, well, I mean, that's a different kind of Melton that you see on there. Not to mention any names. But last night, someone called the Arizona police had a gun in his hotel, but couldn't find the hotel. There have been people who have died from swatting. I know that. I don't know if I do that. And that's a dangerous state to do it into. You know what I'm saying, Brandon? It's not like, you know, some liberal state or whatever. In Arizona, they'll just put a bullet in your head and just call it done. And oops, sorry about that. Okay. Well, we thought it was a justifiable shooting, right? Yeah. I don't think, I mean, I'm expecting here that swatting will be a regular feature here on the Rancho. That's why I work with the Santa Rosa police. Now have a special department that works with social media interactions here. Are you getting beers with D and me in October? Fours, when are you going to be down there? I'm going to be down there sandwiched around the 17th of October. Yeah, last year a 3-year-old. They're about to push that to make that. I think in 2020 that'll now be a felony if you call in if and they once it becomes a felony, then they have the ability to treat it as a serious crime. Then they can go back through all the series of VPNs and all the everything leaves a trail. Don't ever be fooled. And then they can track people down from even with burner phones and all that kind of crap. Yeah, it's the highest form. Yeah, it is kind of sad. It is sad that people get so carried away. But I know specific people that have done that on YouTube, and then go into private hangouts because I've heard the recordings and seen it, and then they laugh about what they did. Well, then 4 scores. Guess what? We're gonna be around there, babe. I'm gonna see you down there. Okay, take care, Chris. Have a good night. I'm really honored that you came into the chat tonight, Chris. Nice to see you. California won't prosecute nonviolent crimes, period. I wouldn't be so sure, Celtic King. It becomes a federal thing at that point because it's usually interstate from state to state. Someone could be needing major help, but exactly. But the best thing to do is just don't be a dick. Okay? Try to avoid the SWAT. I mean, I'm in the red hot zone, I know, but at least people have some forbearance that it's not me. Maybe Elvis, but not me. Yeah. She went running across. Oh, yeah. See, that's the problem. I mean, it's just like statistically, Celeste, that something like that is going to happen. Somebody's going to get wasted in a situation because cops are on a hair trigger. Let's face it. This isn't officer friendly walking the beat anymore. Can you imagine every time you walk over, you do a pullover on an interstate and you walk up behind in that car and you'd have no fucking idea what's going on inside that car. And one with tinted windows and one with California plates, one that's a low rider or jacked up. And you got to go up and walk up and wonder what the hell is going to happen. Sugar's like, good luck with Elvis. I don't know. I'll give you news tomorrow. I might never be able to get it in gear here the way things are going right now. Best thing to do if you the best thing to do is troll the person. I mean, that's obviously. Colleen had a pop-up chat that obviously rankles Marshall. I mean, to me, what's more effective? The SWAT's not going to really do anything because the cops will be there. They'll be gone in less than 5 minutes. No big deal. But somebody like Colleen is like, that to me is right at within the acceptable limits of what YouTube allows. There's no problem. She can go till the cows come home. Some trolls want to get, but that the Celtic King is, but the question is, you say some trolls want elbow to get shot open. Like, the question is, Celtic King, would you be willing to pull the trigger? Would you be willing to take somebody's life over what was said on YouTube? I don't think. I'm afraid they'll swat the Rancho again. Sugar. Four scores. I'm too small for the heart attack grill. It's wasted. It's wasted on me. You want to do something nice? Take me to Nacho Daddy, which is right around the corner from there, the nacho place. I couldn't pull the trigger. I couldn't shoot for somebody for what they did on YouTube. I could not physically pick up a baseball bat, harm somebody, smash somebody's face in, assault somebody on the street. The thing to do is like when Mr. Dirty approached me on the street of LA and he stream sniped me on my stream. He says, Rosie, I turn around, there's a guy 6 feet 5 inches tall. Oh my God, he knows my name. This is the end. And he just he came out plainly. You can hear him on the stream. He stated his business. And then the next night he comes back, and by the way, I like these things that you do on the stream. You know, it was balanced. You know, I don't like the support for Marshall, but I like what you're doing over there. I'm not sure, Celtic King on YouTube, if anybody in our community would really be that far gone to actually take a life. I think the biggest concern would be vandalism, the odd, you know, smashed out headlight or keyed or something like that. Done some horrible things on YouTube, but nothing that would rise to the level of violence or capital, you know, a capital crime like that, 50s. I just don't think there's nothing that rides to that level. I think, but I can understand the way people, do you like dancing? Do you still need dance? It's been a while. I'm a good dancer, man. I go to the Piranha Club down there. Do 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 do. They want cops to do it. Yeah, I don't think anybody should be shot. I don't think anybody should be physically harmed. I mean, like I say, I think things that you know, like Colleen. You know, as much as I'm a friend of Elvis, why shouldn't she have her say also? And she's on YouTube too. I'm not in agreement with the restreaming because she has a, you know, she has a high potential of being struck for that. You know, if that was reported, but I'm saying she's on YouTube and has the ability to create her own channel and do that. Most all mass shooters are Caucasian here in the state. They never swat those potential killers, even if they get a heads up. Interesting, Ace. Yeah, that's it, Sugar. Yeah. How should I get in contact with you? Just drop me a line at icanmakeitlikenew@gmail.com and we'll be on for Vegas. No doubt I'll be staying at the Oasis down there. It's still beautiful weather in October. See you poolside down there firsthand this time. I think Elvis actually, I agree. I think he is Robert Wilburn. This is the thing that, man, if you guys had been here 4 years ago, the tenor of Elvis is, I think it comes with age. It's almost embarrassing when you start pushing 40. You got to stop being a dick. I'm going to put it out there. You got to stop being a dick. You're not a kid anymore. You don't have all that piss and vinegar in you. Man, when you think about the way, you guys don't even know, 4 years ago, 3 years ago to today, this is so much more calmer. But what he's suffering now is all the accumulated bad will that still has to ride over top of him, and that takes years to dissipate. Okay, all right, years to dissipate. I don't know, Marshall. Look at Brandon's video on just finding a lottery ticket on the road. Go look at Brandon's channels. He's running some pretty big channels over there. Okay. His rubber 14 million views. So you better wise up, because I follow his channels, and the one where he found a lottery ticket and stuff like that. He's got a really, well, you better go look at it. You better go look at it. Okay, because you're going to be in for a real eye-opening experience. Brandon knows exactly what he's doing on YouTube. Okay. No shit, Marshall. Look, I followed him for years for the computer things and some of the other things, and just look at it. Okay. I mean, who's building a Marshall? If I build them, you'll just tear them down on your channel. So what's the point? How you doing, Domino? Well, Elvis is always going to be Elvis because it's always the game of King in the Hill. Who's the king? And we all know kings change. New person comes along, and Elvis will be over the hill. It'll be old news. He'll be working a security job somewhere in Chicago, and there'll be the next Elvis that comes along down the road. It'll be like G4T and, in the old days. The people come along all the time. To me, just make sure you're having fun. That's all I care about. But I will tell you, Marshall, I'm not building it up. I'm just stating a simple fact that Brandon has two very nice channels that he's running. Rainy Night says, Rosie, over the red light and a guy tried to get in my car. He was yelling when I floored it and dragged him along when he wasn't getting me or my car. Good for you. Yeah, use the address for insurance purposes. And I don't really mind 50 Shades of Clear using my address. It's fine, if it helps with the dental insurance, like I say, I am a friend of Marshall's, and I would like to see him get his teeth fixed and get his van cleaned up. How you doing, Dave? Down to 502. I don't know. I don't know, Dave. It really hit a sour note tonight with, it didn't go over good over here. I think, I don't know. I guess we'll have to have another, how you doing, hopeful and romantic? I guess Marshall will have to come up with another Mexican wedding tomorrow night or something like that, or big announcement or big news. We're not pumping anything. I'll let you pump it. I'm going to step outside for a couple minutes. You boys fight it out in here. You boys fight it out. And by the way, Marshall, you made peace with King David, remember? So let's see if you still stand on that, okay? Right, King Dave, remember that? Why can't we all just get along, right? Alright, beer me. Beer me. Come on and beer me. Alright. Here we go. And I am back. Alright, let me get this thing back on here. There we go. Okay, I am back. I wanted to get another beer. You know, the thing I can't understand, Marshall, and this is the last thing I'm going to say. The other night, you're calling him King Dave and all that. Let's see. All right, good night, Marshall. Be safe down there. Thank you. Dark hair is definitely my color. I took the tip from Dave tonight. Good luck, Marshall. Be safe over in Algodones. I don't have any Michelob Ultra, so I'm having some Bud Light. Fungus McGee. Is it always Fungus? You're always welcome here. Is it safe to enter? This is a Troll-A-Rama. All trolls are safe here tonight. Thank you. Nighty night. I showed my. Oh my God. Did you really, Marshall? The king is staying hard in Mexico. Oh man. You know what? I think it'll be even more interesting when I take the Viagra down there. How about that? I'm hard as a rock. It's funny though. I mean, you have to admit it. It's entertaining, you know. Greetings from England. How you doing, Sniper Emily? That's pretty funny, Marshall. Yeah, we'll do a three-way together with. I don't know. It could be pretty. You have to admit, Marshall's funny as fuck. I'm telling you, man. I'm laughing my ass off down here. You know what they do in Mexico is sildenafil. Sildenafil is the active ingredient in Viagra. I know because 20 years ago, the pharmaceutical reps came and detailed that from Pfizer to all the facilities and stuff, and they were handing out samples like it was candy. Now they want $5 a pill for that. You go to Mexico, they just isolated the active ingredient, and it's very cheap, you know. Yeah, people of all ages use that. Yeah, I think it'd be more interesting if I give it a whirl. $5 a boner. Yeah, they were abundant. 50 Shades. They were handing them out like candy. We'd get packs. They'd be 5 to a card, 5 or 6 to a card, and they were just drop them off at the doctor's office, and half the staff just pocketed and took it in there. I'm telling you, Celeste, stay tuned when the Rosie girl rolls into Mexico. Oh shit! I might never come out of there again. Can you imagine? I might be a stripper hoe on the pole down there. Cialis is used a lot too. Yeah, you don't need a prescription. You just walk in on that. You just walk in and pick it up. Celtic King's like gross. Celtic King is enjoying the Troll-A-Rama. I think Marshall was doing it more for an experimental than an actual need, although I don't know. I don't know. I've never. Yeah, I got bad news on my van. I'm going to share it tomorrow on the chat. I'm just too bent out of shape to share it tonight. Hey, Moonchild, love watching these streams. It really helped me with my anxiety and PTSD. Thank you. I appreciate that, Sniper Emily. Rock hard on demand. Here it's prescription. What is that, D? Is that the retinoid cream? The retin-A cream? Goddamn, I wish I had a catcher on the rye bread. Well, you can just email me at icanmakeitlikenew@gmail.com. If it's retinoid cream, I can pick that up for you, D, if you want. Well, yeah, well, the retin-A cream. Yeah, I'll check it out when I'm over there, D. Let me see if I can procure it first, and then I'll let you know, honey. Although you're a damn good-looking woman right now, I'll tell you that, so. Yep, hiding my Adderall. That's funny. Hiding my Adderall. Yep. Long as I'm over there, I've never had a need for Viagra. But yeah, well, yeah, D's like, I want to try and stay that way, you know. Yeah, if I don't need it after what, God, over 10 years on heavy doses of female hormones and stuff, I'm stocking up Lisa with Viagra and Magnums. Next, Marshall's going to tell me he picked up poppers too. a case of poppers, you know, down there too. Mm-mm-mm. Oh man, you know the poppers. Yeah, there's every time I've ever been into an adult place, I go popping in Vegas, and it's always they're selling the Rhino, the poppers, and all that kind of crap down there. I wouldn't ingest that stuff, man. You know the shit that's on those packages. Thank you, Rainy Nights. Poppers, bullfight. Marshall, I'm always on my best behavior down there, you know. Though I suspect you'll have a different itinerary put out. ER for jockeys. Gordon Ramsay loves poppers. Yeah, I mean they're pretty cool. You know, I think it's kind of funny though. I mean, I can't believe you showed that on the stream tonight. Cannot even believe that you showed that on the stream. Oh well, Poppers Bud Light. Give me a Michelob Ultra. I would love to get a. I'd love to get a hat. I couldn't find a decent hat in Cheyenne. I didn't take the time to do that. Seniorita's waiting for Rosie. No, I think actually a lot of work is waiting for me when the Lisa Marie hits the Rancho. Asian Angie was hooking all the CX through Adderall for a while, and then CX was doing a lot. Yeah, that's kind of dangerous stuff, Fruit Loops, that kind of stuff. Amyl nitrate Andy, yeah. Who gave me a shout out? Bone Clinks gave me a shout out on this channel the other day. That was nice of him. That was really nice of Bone Clinks to do that. Eight night guys. All right, you take care, sweetie. Nice to see you, Celeste. Yeah, I'll be around for a bit longer. Yeah, I used to see Burger a lot. I don't see him. You know, the CX, when all that shit came down with the CX imploding, it kind of was a turnoff for me because I wanted to join the CX. So, yeah, that's good, LaDonna. So Adderall slows your roller coaster so I can function or sleep. Then it's a good thing for you. It's a good thing for you. You know? My thing, I just don't want Marshall to dissipate his money in Mexico, but I've made that clear to him on the phone. And he tells me, it's no problem. Things are cheap in Mexico. You look like that. Oh, yeah. So I definitely want to get a nice hat down there. My kids, it's fine, LaDonna. Whatever helps performance and other things. Nobody can ever fault you for that. You know what I mean, honey? You take it under a doctor's care, and that's a really, really good thing. Those that don't need it will have the opposite effect. Interesting. Rosie on Viagra. Could you imagine the title of that video? Can you imagine the views on that? I want to get a cowboy hat. Do you think Nissan should give you a new vehicle to replace the one you got in the shop? Well, I don't know, Robert Wilbur. Brandon, I'm still fighting. Today I had to call them. They're open. I said, you approved me through Labor Day. Now they just told me it's going to be another week. So, okay, we don't have approval for the rental. So I'm like, dude, I got to have wheels. So, I'm not sure if Elvis asked for 20 grand or not. Should give you a new vehicle. Well, this is, Brandon, this is actually a Dodge ProMaster City, a 2016 Dodge ProMaster. I love the vehicle. I've done tremendous miles in it. But a mechanic fucked it up down in the shop. So it's just an exhaust manifold. It's not the internals on the engine. So, but it was back ordered for a bit. Kind of reminds me of Rhonda, Up All Night. Up all night, baby. Up all night. The rack of racks. Yeah. Yeah, strap-ons for men. Ooh. 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 Well, evidently the ticket is to put Rosie O'Kelly in the title. That's what Anderson Henderson did, and his subscriptions went through, bing, right through the roof. You're both. I don't know, D. You're a beautiful gal. You're living a life down there in Florida, honey. Living a life. I'm jealous of you. That was a heck of a video. D's like, hey, we just moved into our new place and there's a hurricane coming. Let's see. That's what people are, I remember a couple of weeks ago, I got hate mail from people when I came out of Las Vegas with D, maybe it was a week ago or 10. How could you do that? This guy was a nobody floating around the deserts of Arizona, and then now look at the guy, he's got a van, he's got super chats and all this kind. Look at his subscriber stuff. So, I mean, how can you hate? How can you hate? Be a supporter of people. Be a builder of people. Be bigger than that. It's time to hand over the reins to the next generation, right? Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm like, really? Yeah, it's exactly. Fruit Loop. Everybody starts small. But some people don't like to start small. That's the problem. They want the rewards of big on a very small platform. And you know what? The people that watch YouTube, especially in Boyd, are some of the sharpest people on YouTube. They're not going to reward a small channel that makes big demands on the viewers, okay? Yeah, I like that. The Boomtown Rats. I like that. I might adopt that, Sean. Rosie's Boomtown Rats. Yeah, D just rocketed off. He learned. He's got the right way. He's got the right approach. but remember, D has a naturally good disposition to be liked. You know what I'm saying? He you meet him and he's very endearing. You know, he's a positive, smiley, happy person who has a lot of gratefulness, although he need not. You know, he's very happy to take advice and things. So yeah, D works. Yeah, D already had a channel. That's right, Lindsay. Yeah, he already had a channel. Yeah. And the good thing, he just came and said, Rosie, I want to blow my channel up. No problem. Boomtown Rats. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Boytown. How about we call it Boytown Rats? B-O-Y-T. Rosie's Boytown Rats. Maybe I'll make my first merch t-shirt, right? Gothic, I'll have to give you a cut of it. Right? I learned a few things. Yeah, I followed him rainy nights when he was down in Arizona. Does D snore? Nope, not at all. We've shared hostels. We've shared hotel rooms. No problem at all. You know, do you run around in your panties when D's there? Yes, I do. Jumping in and out of the shower. You need to change your name for real. I don't know, D. You're riding the coattails now, honey. How about that? Only one time his feet stunk at the hostel, but you know what? He got out of bed and he hopped in the shower and he cleaned up his feet, and that was it. You know, that's it. What should I call? Call yourself Double D, huh? Double D. Then we'll differentiate you from D. If it was me, I'd be quadruple D. D D D D. Can D walk on water? Obviously not. D got himself into a whole pack of trouble down in Florida down there. Yeah, I'm quad D, D. I cannot lie. I love big tits. Yours and mine. 38 D D D D. I like D too. I wouldn't be hanging out with D if I didn't like D. You know, I get a lot of joy out of seeing him and be successful. Yeah, he is. He is. And he also, you know, he's willing to listen. I gotta pee. I think I'll go in the toilet. That's a good idea. Or else you want to use. I carry a pee bottle in my rig. Maybe you should have a pee bottle, right? I'm lucky the thing never fell over one time. Been a couple shaky nights on my knees trying to find a trying to find a target area. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? Yeah, I'm thinking of upsizing again. I feel no. Don't worry. Rainy nights. C's are very beautiful. B's can be beautiful. Even you know, it's if you connect with the woman, it doesn't even matter. You know, I'm there poolside in Vegas, and of course, I usually have the biggest set of tits around the place. And you know, truth be told, a lot of women come up and talk to me. They want to feel them and other things, but you'll see ladies with A cups that are stunning, B, C, all the way through. It's just something about the composite package. You know, maybe they're small. Maybe it's the way they carry themselves. Maybe it's her rear end, something like that. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying, D. I've seen unbelievably through all sides. It's not even relevant. My personal preference is very big breast, but there's, you know, the what right woman comes along for me, and it doesn't even matter. So, yeah, I'm not threatening. I'm non-threatening. That's right. Actually, they're more inclined these days to hook up with you than. I mean, they can certainly see what I'm toting down below too. There you go. Hello, hello. I have big boobs. Yay. We're gonna have Rosie's big boob club here. Mm. Sniper Emily, are you a content creator? Let me go to your channel for a minute. You guys got to shout it out. Like D just me. She's a content creator who I follow. Okay, coming Sniper Emily. I don't see a lot on your. I saw something 2 weeks ago. Are you going to be doing content on there, Emily? Are you a gamer? I didn't get your question. Who were you asking, grumpy old man? Let me see. Am I functional? Yes, highly functional. Weird, but do you view yourself as lesbian? Yeah, I'm more trans lesbian. Yes, exactly. Because of the better fit with women, and women are much more open to longer term relationships. In my experience, there's very few men that are willing to have long term experiences with a non-op trans girl, a girl that's not going to have that surgery. Whereas today, more women are willing to have a relationship with that kind of person. So there's a good physiological fit, and women tend to be much more accepting of that. So good night, Gothic. Yeah, I've dated many guys over the years. Yeah. When did you know you wanted to be a trans? I guess probably about the age of 30. Probably at the age of 30, but I held off until my kids were raised, and I'm so glad I did. Okay, put that aside till I was about 50, 55 years old. Actually, I started hormones at 50, and yeah, I wanted to make sure that they didn't ask to be a part of that train, so I made sure that that was all good, and then went and did my thing. Yeah, you got to. XM Amber, when I first started on YouTube, and they're still on YouTube, and they're as fucked up as ever. This one gal walked out on her family of 5 kids in Tennessee, ranging in age from 1 year old to like 10 years old. 5 kids. Okay. And do you wonder why that family wants nothing to do with her anymore? As soon as they told her, hit the road, we don't want you around, she took that as her get out of jail free card. She didn't stay around the area. She didn't wait for the family to absorb the shock that she was transgendered. Like, she'd been thinking about it for years, but the family all of a sudden, my God, this is like a nuclear explosion. And because they didn't immediately warm up and go huggy and give her a big hug and tell you we accept you, she took that as an immediate get out of jail free card, and she took off for Florida. Okay? Left her family before the holiday time. All right, she could never regain that ground that she lost. She should have stayed there and fought so those kids could never grow up and say, Dad, you didn't really care about us that much, because when we told you we didn't want you around, you just left forever. You didn't fight for us. You didn't claw. You didn't text us and bother us. When my kids cut me off for 2 years, I texted them every single day for 2 years and never got a response. Never. Christmas, I wrote poems, sent gifts, paid for college education. Never heard a peep. Till when Jen was here. In June of 2014, my older daughter finally cracked the ice, and she said, it's time. And she said, with age comes maturity and wisdom, and now I know the things that you did to make sure my life didn't get all fucked up because of what you were, you know? And now I have an outstanding relationship. They're highly successful people in life, well grown. One's approaching 30, the other's about 25. Well grown, well along in life. One's an officer in the Air Force, and the other's professional. Yeah, you can't ever give kids. You don't. The worst thing you want to ever hear a child say is, "You didn't care about us because you didn't fight for us. You expected us to just suck down." To suck down the fact that you just came out and dumped that news that, hey, I'm transgendered, like a Christmas turkey on the table, and we're supposed to all just hug you. These kids are thinking down the line to their wedding day. What's it going to be like to walk? Dad's going to be a fucking woman walking me down the aisle. What the fuck? You come into my PTA meeting, a lot of these trolls on YouTube don't know the heart-wrenching shit that you go through when you're trans, that you would never wish this on anybody. And it's nothing that any of us ever chose. It's something we tried to run away from. Okay? But I'll tell you, give your families time to come to grips with what you are, you know? You still have Marshall that you're raising. I'm going to get this motherfucker on track if it's the last thing I do, I'm telling you. I mean, don't you imagine that? Imagine if you, like Vegas Barbie's boyfriend, if I came to you and we were married and we had 3 kids, and I come home and say, honey, I want tits and ass and I want to keep my wing wang and whatever, and I'm trans and you got to accept me. First of all, you'd probably deck me to the floor. And number 2, you know, you would need a lot of time to come to grips with that. So I can imagine that you would boot my ass out of the house and then see what I did at that point. This fucking person never paid a dime back to their kids' upbringing or anything, you know. That's why this person will always be a pariah in the community. I'm not going to give a name to this person. Jordan Blue knows who it is. Missy Jenn does. Rosie, you're on hiding to nothing, and I think you know it. He's a bone. Well, guess what? When Elvis comes down, Sean only lives a couple hours from me. Hey, Marshall, welcome to the Rancho. And Sean's built like a fucking rugby player. Okay. Thank you, Emily. Well, I'm just saying, Miss Kitty, you can imagine, you know, traditional families and things like it's very difficult to cope with, you know. And but I stayed around. I fought, you know. I paid the bills. I made sure I always made contact. Yeah, I missed a couple birthday parties. That was hurtful. That really hurt. A few Christmases was brutal. I mean, many a night I laid in bed crying, you know, just, oh my God, you know. Why? Now we get along so great, it's phenomenal. Speak some Yiddish? No, it's German. She doesn't speak any Yiddish. I really want to add. No problem at all, Grumpy. This is an open chat tonight. This is open chat. Yeah, I got JK NoCal up the road too. JK NoCal, this guy looks like he could pound nails in with his head. Okay. I mean, I got some really big boys in the community here, okay? Some really big strapping youths. Yeah, it had to be difficult, D, but give people time to adjust. I always tell people, you know, these people will badmouth, oh, I just broke the news and they want to kick me out. You know, they hate my guts. Of course they hate your guts. You just fucked up their whole future. Give them time, man. Give them space. Don't run away to another town. Well, fuck you all. You gave me my jet. I don't fuck you. You told me to hit the road. They'll judge you what you do after that point. My dad said when I moved away, he cried every night. My mom says you never saw it. Yeah, it happens. It happens, HX. It does. No, I don't want to write a book. All my experiences are in my list. It's too painful, Grumpy, you know, and I wouldn't encourage anybody to pursue. Unfortunately, we're in this society today where they give out trans cards like it's nothing. Oh, you feel like you might be a chick? Here, start taking these hormones. They even put little kids on this shit. Can you imagine that? Take the whole kid's future out of his hands because of your stupidity to give into the kid's demand. I want to be a girl. I want to play with dolls. Well, here's the fucking doll, and you're gonna be a boy and play with it. Okay. Then when you reach the age of maturity, you can make that decision, and you'll probably feel a lot differently now. You'll probably be throwing passes for varsity in high school. Poor kids, exactly. Poor kids. Sickening to me. Disgusting. This shit that goes on today. People appear, back in my day, you had to go through gender counseling, you had to go through real life experience, you had to dress for a year and go out in public for a year and go to dances and go to social functions and be functioning in a workplace before you even started hormones. Can you imagine? You know why? Because they wanted to know if you're truly trans. If you would go through that, then you're in the Marine Corps or trans. Nowadays, it's like, okay, you'd like to, okay, you feel like a woman. Well, here's a prescription for you to take. You know, at least I'm honest, that I enjoy my little carve out of the trans world. It's not a popular one, the non-op, the third gender, but it's real. But my God, they hand out hormones like it's candy now with all that vetting process. That's right. Very, very standards of care were garbage, but at least they were something, Tasha, in our day. At least they were something. There was some measure of vetting. There was some psychological counseling. There was running for our lives at dances because a guy asked you to dance and then all of a sudden he brushed against your cheek. The hell's that? Fuck, you're a dude. Running for the short bus, man. That's right. Who's anyone to tell? Well, I think there is, especially when you're under the age of 18. I don't think that you're capable of making those decisions. So I will always tell them that. Always, 100%. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have regrets. Yeah, you put jazz on TV and all that kind of stuff, so. Sometimes I think counseling can also determine that you're an extremely depressed person sometimes, and you have what's called the Walter Mitty syndrome. Your own personal life is so fucked up. Your role as a provider, the demands on you in the workforce and to bring home the bacon causes you to start to fantasize the other end of the spectrum, where you can envision yourself as the diva of the home with nothing to worry about. And you start to project that on yourself. Wouldn't that be a nice life? You remember Walter Mitty with Danny Kaye, the movie? This guy could imagine himself in a lot of different things. That's what my psychologist called it, the Walter Mitty syndrome. And it usually happens with people that are so severely depressed with their lives that they only see one way out, which is the polar opposite of where they are. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, depression, DNA testing and all that. I don't think Tasha has a troll account. I don't have a troll account. Take a time out. All right, here we go. Let's not wake Missy Jenn up. Let's get the Baltimore Clippers fight song going. Y'all be cool a minute. Hold on a minute. Here we go. There you go. Thank you, Grandpa. Let's bang it up a minute. Baltimore Clippers fight song. Here we go. Let's reel it up, man. I knew you guys were gonna demand this. Let's hope it's not too fucking loud.
When you Baltimore Clippers, when you Clippers from Baltimore. you Baltimore
Clippers.
Baseball fight for a Baltimore score.
The defensemen, forwards, and goalies will win without a doubt. For Baltimore and Maryland, get ready.
Every Clipper fan will shout, fight, 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 win you
Baltimore Clippers. Win you Clippers from Baltimore. Fight you Baltimore Clippers.
and score.
Get ready, take it up a half step. Yeah, poor Missy Jenn. Man, that Civic Center would be rocking. Take care, LaDonna. Get ready, take it up a half step. Baltimore Clippers. There we go. The light shift. I'm up late tonight. Fight you, Baltimore Clippers, and score, score, score. Oh man, that is just so nice, man. Doesn't that fire you up? Now you won't sleep tonight with that shit on. There we go. We are the champ. Yeah, Missy Jenn's a big gal. She's about 5 feet 10 inches tall. Yeah, I'm not sure about bodybuilding. They were from Baltimore. It was an American Hockey League minor league team to the NHL. The junior circuit was the AHL. You had the Baltimore Clippers, the Hershey Bears, the Adirondack Red Wings, the Springfield Indians, and a couple more. Baltimore used to be the southernmost city for hockey, and it was always kind of shaky. Thrasher fries and vinegar, there you go. It is a hell of a kick-ass song, isn't it? I mean, those were the days. Frequent flyers, like I muted it. We could listen to Talking Baseball, the Orioles, right? Springfield Isotopes there. Okay, Homer. Don't, Bart. That's it. Tasha, what's you vanning tonight, or what are you doing, honey? You blowing a bowl out there, or what the hell are you doing? She really is a nice. She's genuinely a very, very nice person. One thing that she just doesn't have any interest in drama or being involved and all that. She likes to do her own. She likes to do her own thing out there. She likes to study. She likes looking at her farm, tractor videos and all that. Me too, frequent. There you go, dude. There's Oda May. I hope you had a good birthday, honey. Much love to you. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. I'm like the Eddie. Missy Jenn's like the Wally Cleaver, and I'm like the Eddie Haskell of the organization, the Hellraiser. Who would you rather party with? Rosie don't need no Viagra, you know? Make sure you suckers follow me on Instagram, okay? I'll be back in a minute. Don't you all go anywhere, all right? We're going to roll this bastard till 2 a.m. this morning. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I'm back. Our select crew here. Yeah, Oda Mae's birthday. All right. I saw Oda Mae. She's all up on Brown Eyed Girl these days. Can you believe it? Happy birthday, Oda Mae. Yeah, I didn't bring a beer back. You know why? I was too lazy to walk out, and I got a pretty good buzz. I got a two did me okay. Yeah, the door needs WD-40, right? But I have to say, Missy Jenn is a very elegant. She's an elegant gal. You know, she acquits herself very well as a trans gal. I've been up all on her before. I know. You made me jealous, honey. You're doing a video about yeah, I'll do a video about the van soon. I'm going to do an update tomorrow morning on it. It's disheartening news. About to light my blunt. Light her up. The funniest thing is people are like, how did you two ever get together? That's my favorite ones. How did you and Missy Jenn ever connect? Yeah, she loves her farming stuff. She loves her farming stuff. Yes, she does. She loves her tractor videos, and she follows all of the farming channels. They should bring in engineering from Italy. What does that mean, Tasha? Oh, you mean that? Yeah, they should fly in a fucker. They should fly Guido in to fix this fucking engine, man. As Tasha would say, I'm so friggin' mad. I'm so friggin' mad. I got this friggin' thing. I put this artificial turf, this friggin' artificial turf up here. I cut out this friggin' panel on the back over here. I don't like many on it. She loves Georgie more than you. I think she probably does, Vegas Barbie, you know. I mean, as I always said, that she's like the Felix Unger, and I'm like the Oscar Madison of the Odd Couple. You know, do 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 do. One day he knew she would return. Until that day, we've always been like the. But you know, it is what it is. Who can explain? Yeah. I'm like the fraternity boy that never quite grew up, and she's like the perfect sorority sister, you know. Let's see it. Do do do. Do you ever hear from that beautiful trans girl? Wasn't she a knockout, man? I could say something on here, Mark, but I'm going to, we met on YouTube, believe it or not. We met on Google Hangouts before they could even go on YouTube. After the Hangout was over, they just disappeared. There wasn't any saving them. You know, I know that, Oda Mae. Oda Mae's got a soft spot for me. Oda Mae, I am all kind of soft and squishy in most departments, honey. Let's see. Yeah, we met on YouTube. We used to hang out. We used to hang out on the one on the trail that day too. We used to hang out on. It was Francis, Nicole, Missy Jenn, me. There was another trans gal named Serena. I don't know what ever happened to her. She lived in the San Diego area, and almost every night, and Shay. Almost every night we were on Hangouts. Yeah, we met right here on YouTube. I mean, we, you know, and then one thing I didn't think that she was getting adequate medical care in Kansas City out there. And I talked to her about California and how I thought there was more advanced medical care for MS, and that turned out to be a really great decision for her. But do I like Sammy Jacks? Yes, I do. I just like Sammy. Just cracks me up in a what would I say about Sammy's very deadpan. She has a great bedpan. I saw when you first got with Missy Jenn on the playback. Yep. Oh. I say Vivi went to her house and slept. Yeah, we were in that bed every night. Yeah, in that little single bed, man. That sucked. That really sucked. You know, that was staged for YouTube. I was on the floor. Sammy's dad, I killed her. I thought the hurricane took her away. So I imagine I'm old, so it's too late for me to. I hate being a man. I already have moves, so I'm already one step here. You're probably already trans, and you just don't know it, grumpy old man. So we're gonna make you an honorary trans gal here. Okay, according to YouTube, anybody can be trans now. Just come out and declare yourself as that. I'm looking forward to when you realized you weren't meant to be a couple, was that a difficult transition? Actually, it was, you know, because I never thought that she would be at this point where she's so able-bodied now, and I don't want to overstate it, but Missy Jenn has not been in a wheelchair for the better part of a year and a half. Okay. You look at the videos of Missy Jenn coming to the Rancho, and she was a wounded warrior when she got here. She was, you know, I can't even tell you the struggles I had of, you know, picking her up the bathroom floor, and she'd fall out of bed at night and couldn't get, I mean, she needed help to get into bed. It was a bitch, you know. And when her medical situation really improved and she got some stability, she'll always be moderately functioning. She's definitely disabled, but she didn't want to hold me back from traveling. You know, she said, "This has always been your dream," you know. And I'm such a I don't want to say a loner, but she would just say, I'm a person that likes quiet and solitude. I don't like the roar of the crowd. I don't like big meetups and big loud shit. I like to be very quiet here on the Rancho. So it was almost perfect for us. So yeah, we've come a long way. But that first year was really difficult here. Thank God they have this Ocrevus infusion now. It turned her life around, and it's, you know, she's knock on wood, she's good. I'd never do anything to hold Missy Jenn back from anything that she wanted to do in life. So she's always got my back, and I got her back. Yeah, stay tuned for Hurricane Wig Snatcher. How you doing? Hurricane tracking with Sammy Jacks. We've been very good for each other, you know, but we're just, I hate to be alone. I hate to be alone. I love to be, you know, if every day was a party, I'd love it. You know, more people coming to the Rancho, RVs. I'm looking forward to the day when Tasha comes out to the Rancho and all that. She's much better health-wise now. Oh, I'm going to South Africa. That's cool. It is a loving relationship, you know, Dee, because it transcended romance, you know, to get to almost a deeper family level, you know, of a family member. It really is. Yeah, it does snow in Africa on Mount Kilimanjaro down there. They get a lot of snow down there. How you doing, Jenny? I'm new to your videos. Well, welcome aboard. I guess I should check my, you gonna be around there? I think I'm gonna try to get to the RTR, Tasha. If not, you can just roll on to the Rancho, honey. Let's Let's see. You can hang out with Marshall again. How would that be? Do 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 do. Thomasan. Streamers made millions. We're requesting. Let's you. Please. We would like you to represent our new product. We have a new makeup line that would be perfect for you to represent. Oh, bullshit. Please do a video, blah, blah, blah. I turn that shit down every day. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. I'll roll up then after off to Portland. I would follow you up to Portland. I'd be looking forward to going to Portland. I know you're probably going to see. I don't know if you're going to see Melton up there or not. I'm going to roll up to Seattle. I'm going to see probably meet Bergs, probably meet Uber Goober up that way. Is he going to behave and act like an adult? No. Tasha, he's going to get to tell you how to hold the camera again and do this and do that. I'm surprised you didn't stick that camera up his ass, to tell you the truth. I don't think I'm ever going to meet Melton. No, I just too much to wrap my head around. There's just too much. There's just too much bullshit. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool, man? There's just too much wrapped around that. I'm not going to take the time, Tasha, to try to figure out what's fancy bows and YouTube rapping and what's the real person. You know, I don't have that much interest in it, in the guy. Give Uber. I sure will. We're going to stream together. I'm going to see if I can do some things maybe to improve her quality of life with her house up there. See if we can do a couple things up there. Do it, Rosie. Melton needs friends. Jeez. As he said on his video, he said on the side chat, we're like oil and water. We'll never mix. We will never mix, Ace. It wouldn't be from a lack of trying. Yeah, I got my Bergs merch. I have my Bergs tank top. I've got my Bergs mug. I've supported Bergs. We made good again. Do. Yeah, I know, Tasha. Not a friend in me, but I just fear you make too much sense. You're too, I mean, dare I say you're too much of an intellectual threat to, Melton doesn't know how to wrap his head around you, you know, and I have to say that, you know, because you're a person who comes out, you speak and you, converse and you state your principles and you actually upstage his stuff, and your crap's genuine and his stuff is, I think, contrived. I don't have any merch. I've never sold any merch. I never sold any merch on here. Who would want Rosie merch, you know? Yeah, he seems like a pretty smart guy, but circumstances like he's in make me question, Tasha, just how smart he really is. Way out of the ballpark. I think it's all a YouTube persona myself. Oh, there we go. I would just jump to. That's what I'm saying. Oh, no, I bought my merch. I never would expect Bergs to give me anything. No, I paid cash money for, I bought a mug and a tank top from Bergs. Oh yeah, I wouldn't. Oh, always. I'm not gonna ask for something for free. Fuck that. I put cash on the table with Bergs. And I shoot him a few bucks on PayPal once in a while. Hey, Rosie Tank, yay! There we go. Jim Ace Carson, I think we have to buy some Jack Purcells, don't we? Yeah, he is being nice. We fixed up our shit. I seem to give most people multiple chances. That's the best way to be, Tasha. I mean, Berg's dragged me for 3 months. And I thought it's about time we made peace. Yeah, exactly. I mean, real life is out there, you know. Miss Kitty, here's your Rosie blanket, honey. Yeah, you need to thank that wig snatcher. I love a wig snatcher. What a great friggin'. Now, wig snatcher, you have actually that symbol, those things that you type in the chat. You do something with parentheses and other things. That would be a great thing to have on the shirt. The wig snatcher. Oh, wig snatcher's funny as shit when I'm in Las Vegas. You know, I'm getting all caught up in these bushes and these things are trying to snatch the wig off my head and stuff. It's funny. That is ill. Yeah, I'll be your blanket, kitty. Just roll right over top of you. Boom. That'd be cool if you could make it to the art. We could do our own seminars together. How did I know that was coming, Tasha? You know, you're gonna be the upsetter at the. You're gonna be the upsetter at the fucking RCR, honey. I'm telling you. You know. Yeah, add a dick to me. How about that for a shirt? Well, I came equipped with one, and I just added these and this. Vegas makes it hard to live stream outside. How can I be a third gender? Just consider yourself to be the best of both worlds. Tank top with Black Widow spider. Perfect. Perfect. I think that's funny as hell, Tasha. I think that's funny as hell. I mean, Tasha's already doing her van build out. The Bergs never stands in line. There we go. Ward, how you doing? Most of CX got a massive ban for streaming. And banned from one place can be a ban for... Yeah, exactly. I got turned off to the CX. I really had a hard on to join the CX about October, November of last year. And then this shit went bad. Good night, D. Love you, honey. Take care, sweetie. Yeah, she's going to the RTR to troll Bob Wills, I know. Yeah. I'm gonna straighten this motherfucker out down here. I'm gonna straighten his friggin' ass. He's got, you know, I'm so friggin' tired of the crap that he, you know, it's just friggin' bullshit that I'm hearing. And somebody's got to straighten his friggin' ass out down there. I just love to stand back and watch Tasha in action, you know, and I just like light my cigar and just enjoy. You blocked your first live stream. Oh, absolutely, Lindsay. I'm sorry if I missed you before. Vegas, the only place I know that one location can ban from multiple locations. I'm sorry, Lindsay. I always mean that. There's nobody I ever want to exclude on my side chat. If I miss you, it's an accident on my part. Van's coming along good. I like the way, in my opinion, she's doing a really good job. And I think just her attention to detail by, you know, doing the flooring last and building from the top down. Yeah, I'm not, you know, Tasha, I'm just not going to walk that tightrope of stuff on that regard. Because I'm not able to tell what's truth and what's fantasy. I just refuse to walk that tightrope on that as far as Melton's concerned. I mean, he wants to ride my coattails for shit. I just don't do it. You know, I don't need that. I mean, he came after Marshall and me in January. He came after us first on his video and threatened us with violence with a baseball bat. Good night, babe. I'm going to just go a couple more minutes here too, and then I thought I could go to 2, but I'm kind of fading out. So here tonight, it's been a long day. I had a long drive out of town today. So, you know, I'm not going to do that. At my age, there's no fucking way I'm going to walk a tightrope with somebody and hope that I stay on the right side of shit. So I'd rather just fall off the rope and be on the ground, be on the net, and be done with it. Yeah, it's been a lot lately. This Henderson, I don't know too much about this guy. I pop into his chats once in a while. You know, he's just, you know. Oh, man, same old mess. Yeah, I'll give Missy Jenn a big hug. I'm so sad. My adopted son, Elvis. I might as well just adopt a motherfucker and bring him to the Rancho, you know? Might as well just put him in for adoption, you know? Is it possible? I mean, he's not quite an orphan yet, you know? It's Astroglide for smooth ride. That's what I say. Wig snatcher, there it is. There it is, baby. Astroglide for a smooth ride. Adopt and euthanize. Remember, guys, the network is your net worth. All right, that's the thought I'm going to leave you with tonight. Your network in life is your net worth. All right, think about that. Contemplate on that. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you for being. Yeah, I'm claim it. I could claim it as 2. Y'all be cool. I'll see you tomorrow on the morning church. Love you guys. Tasha, nice to see you in here tonight. I do like to see you at the RTR. You always have an open invitation to come up to the Rancho. I would love to, you know, van with you or whatever. Charlie, nice to see you. Where in the hell you been hiding out, honey? How in the hell did I miss you? My Charlie girl. How you doing, Charlie? Nice to see you, sweetie. Y'all have a good night.